What's up, people? Another episode of Real Ball Talk. Today, special one. We got a special guest in the building. Introduce them, but obviously, first of all, got to introduce our people. Rash, how you doing, bro?
What's going on, Salam people? How's everyone doing?
All good, man. All good. And obviously, introducing the guys from the Near Post podcast. People, make sure to check out their channel. It's pinned on the live chat, so you can just click on it and go straight to their channel. So we got Peter on the top right. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm all good. Thanks for having us on, man.
No worries, no worries. And on the bottom left, we got Dear Mate. Is that good enough pronunciation?
It's not bad. I've heard worse from Peter, so I'll take that. No, yeah, all good here. All good here, lad. Thank God that international break is over and we got some Premier League football to talk about.
Oh, trust
so
yeah,
can't
yeah.
complain.
Yeah, international break was painful, especially for you guys as well, because
don't chat. I don't want to hear it.
I see all the English people giving out, oh, this is so boring. And I look at your team, and probably England's third or fourth team has miles more quality than Ireland. So
yeah,
I don't know what you're complaining about.
I think international football altogether is a bit of a bore.
Absolutely.
It's dead.
Yeah. Until it gets to the tournament, I think it's pretty boring. But
yeah,
listen,
for sure.
We know why we're here. Arsenal and Liverpool. I actually thought it was a Sunday game, but it's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I think it's the big game of the weekend. So I think, you know what, let's probably start off with looking at how both of us have done this season. So, you know, as the guests, maybe if we start with you guys, Liverpool, there were big hopes you guys could have a chance to retain the league, and then let's just say after Van Dijk's injury, when Cliff picked the track to end his career, it's just gone downhill since then. Injuries after injuries. So, I don't know, Peter, if you want to start, man, talk to me about Liverpool's season.
Yeah, look, it's been horrible, to say the least. We didn't get off to too bad of a start, and then, of course, Van Dijk going, huge loss. Yeah, the centre-backs, it's how many different partnerships have we had this season? Like, it's just been all over the shop. But yeah, like it's been one to forget, most definitely. We won't make top four. Like, it's just been a complete loss altogether. Van Dijk, it just shows how good he is, though, and how much of an effect he has on that team.
Yeah. No, I think I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, obviously you've had a lot of bad luck with injuries, to be honest. Like Van Dijk being out for the season, Gomez out for the season, Matip out for the season. I mean, obviously, who else?
Henderson as well. He's not going to play again this season.
Yeah, Henderson's out for the season. Thiago missed 3 months. I mean, yeah, Alisson missed about 5 weeks, and he had the death of his father. It's
Jota.
been pretty relentless, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything to add, really?
Yeah, even before the season started, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, lads, people were saying we're definitely going to retain the title. Like this before Van Dijk got injured. But going into every season, I just have a thing, City are always fit. Like, I'm always shocked if City don't win, no matter how good we are. But as soon as the injury started on to Van Dijk, obviously the Gomez, the Matip, the Jota, the everything, I was just like, all right. We kind of steadied the ship. We bet Wolves 4-0. We bet Leicester 4-0. I was like, all right. I still don't think we'll win the league here, but we'll definitely make top 3 or 4. No bother. Like, and then I think our home lot, like after the wins. Remember, we got 2 wins against who was it? West Ham, Tottenham. 2 big away wins, 3-1 and 4. And I was like, okay. We had City the next game. I was like, I still don't think we'll win the title, but like that's basically top 4 secured or whatever. Next thing, we lose to Brighton midweek. I remember that 1-0 loss. Absolute disaster. Burnley bet us 1-0 at Anfield. Then it just came to 6 home losses in a row. And it came to a stage where I honestly didn't expect us to score a goal unless we got a lucky penalty or something. It was getting that bad. Even the Wolves result there feels like ages ago, but a few weeks back, we won 1-0. It was, I seen people on Twitter saying we're back, great performance and all that. Like we were poor. Wolves were poor as well. And going into this game, I'm just thinking any result wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. A win, draw, or lose. So we're impossible to predict. So that's how I'd sum it up.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good sum up. And I mean, Rash, looking at it from the outside, what have you made of Liverpool's season so far?
To be honest, I had Liverpool as probably the favourites to win the league at the beginning of the season. However, I was starting to see a few cracks in it from the end of last season as well. It's like a few teams had figured out their style. They kind of took longer to win the league than they should have in reality, going over the line at the end. But yeah, I just think that people's kind of figured out the style. Know that, you know what, if you hold them to a certain amount of minutes, that their pressing will slow down. It's not as consistent as it was a couple seasons before, and that their opportunities will arise, especially with the fact that there's been the injuries to the back line. They've literally capitulated back there. They look like they don't trust their back line. The goalkeeper doesn't trust the guys in front of him as well, and you can tell that they look a bit nervous when they're under the attack. I think they need a little bit more help from the midfield to support that, and I don't think they've been having that lately, and I think that's where they've been getting picked apart lately. But overall, I think Liverpool have had an average Liverpool season, if you know what I mean, from prior to when they were on the, you know, Klopp was getting them moving in the right direction. This is kind of how I saw Liverpool seasons on a regular basis. They do really good against certain clubs and pull out great results, but then they have a poor period of time in the season where they just lose so many points that they just can't win or compete. And it's sad to see them fall back into that bracket. And I hope it's just a phase, just because of the injuries that they've acquired through the squad. But yeah, it just seemed a bit like it's that old Liverpool. It's back. Do you know what I mean? And I hope that's not the case.
Yeah. No, I kind of agree with that. I think the injuries have played a big part. I think they've just destabilized the team. I think we kind of discussed that when we came onto your channel previously, guys, that I think moving Fabinho to centre back kind of had a kind of indirect effect on the rest of the team. You know, in the sense that it would have been better just to play the young centre back. As bad as I know Reece Williams was looking, I mean, he was looking bad. I have to be honest. Reece Williams, he's the one that was looking at the fake Van Dijk. But I think keeping Fabinho in the middle was necessary. But I think Liverpool, this won't last, because I can already see you guys want Konate. I don't know whether it will go through or not, but those are the type of sounds that you need to hear as a Liverpool fan to know that you're looking to address those areas, because people will ask, what Joe Gomez might not be happy to be on the bench, but you know that's Man City's problem every season. They always have people. Laporte's on the bench right now.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they were crying last season. So yeah, I don't think Liverpool just will lose. Klopp won't want to go out like this. No way.
No. I think Rash made a good point there about saying, like, it looks like we're watching the Liverpool of, you know, a couple of years ago before Klopp took over. And I just felt after last season we were so far away from that, and I'd never have to put up with that again. And then the next season, man. That's the worst thing, because it's not like we're looking at that team where it's Stevie G and a couple of ducks around them, maybe one or two good players. Like, this is a solid team. Like, it's Champions League winning team. It's a Premier League winning team. Like, even when we made that run with Louis a few years ago, Suarez, and I was like, yeah, look, we'll probably finish, you know, maybe fourth next season if we're lucky. And like, that's what happens. But now this year, I was like, a minimum, we're coming second.
Yeah.
And it's back again, man. It's very disheartening.
Yeah. I think the injuries though they've been a little bit. Injuries are easy excuse, but you've had a lot of injuries. I can't.
Yeah, they've been shocking. Like, even you're talking about them centre backs, but you look at like Reece Williams, Phillips were probably everyone's fifth and sixth choice centre backs. Like, Phillips was supposed to be gone to the Bundesliga. Like, that deal was done. They had to basically bring him back and say, look, we need you here. Reece Williams was playing in the Conference League with Kidderminster Harriers, I think.
Yeah.
And now we expect him to step up in the Liverpool defence. Like, it'd be all right if he was playing alongside Van Dijk, but he's playing alongside another rookie there with Phillips, or not even a centre back, Fabinho, Hendo. It goes on, like, and even you see like Thiago coming in. I would like to see. I know he has been a bit of a flop. Like, he has been poor. I'll admit that, but could imagine if Thiago came into a fully functioning side, say last year, how good he'd actually look. People be raving about him. So, same with Kabak. I actually don't know if he's a good centre back or not yet. He looks okay from what I've seen, but he hasn't played with a centre back unless it was Nat Phillips. Like, imagine he was with Gomez, Matip, these lads, but he's had a different partner Larry every game. So, I think our only new signing that's basically came in and hit the ground running is Jota, and he got a bad injury as well. But even you see with Portugal there, he bagged a few goals. He scored last week or a few weeks ago against Wolves. Like, I think he's one of our main men now going into the final part of the season, Champions League especially. I think there's a last big few months in him.
Yeah. True. Can I? What do you guys think about the depth of Liverpool squad? Do you think that's where the issue lies? That once your first team is kind of hurt, you haven't really got a B squad.
100%. I remember last summer, and I was talking to a few of my mates, and they're like, "Yeah, we're going to win the league again." And I was, but look at us and look at Man City. For every position they've another at least one or two guys who could slot in and do a job. We are so weak in terms of depth. Like, bringing on Oxlade-Chamberlain, Divock Origi, Minamino before I went on loan. All these guys, they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't work.
Can I ask you guys as well about this, the Hendo effect? Because I speak to a lot of guys who think Henderson is world class or Henderson is not world class, and some people say he's pivotal to your squad, he's a great captain, and he's the kind of gel that you need in the midfield, and without him you accumulate a lot of losses. What's your guys' opinions on that?
Yeah, on Henderson, like, first of all, he's not world class. We're not going to go on and say he's the best midfielder in the world, this and that, but he is. It's like football in general. This is just what you see on Twitter and stuff. A player's either overhyped or like you know what I mean. There can never be like a balance. Yeah, he, like, say even with Arsenal, Odegaard's been good, but like people are saying now, oh, he's absolutely amazing, this and that. Thing with Henderson though, he just kind of sets the standard. Like, he keeps it simple enough. Say even you see Trent still having a good season. That's because Henderson hasn't been last season. Trent knew he could just bomb on. Hendo's going to cover me, do the dog work, get the ball, win it back, keep it simple. But Trent's had to be more reserved. You know what I mean? He hasn't had the protection there. Yeah, Henderson, you can tell he's so respected on the pitch, like, by the player. Like, he's not. It's rare you see like one of our. He's not like, you wouldn't say he's one of our best players, but he's one of our most important players. Like, usually these days they just give the captain's armband to the best player, kind of like what you did with Aubameyang there. But
just what I was going to say. I think that shows the importance of a leader. I think a lot of your issues have come through the lack of a leader in that type of squad, and I think that's where we've been struggling a bit now with Hendo and Van Dijk out.
Yeah. I think our problem with leadership probably stems back to probably William Gallas. It wasn't a bad choice at first, but after that Birmingham incident, it just went downhill.
He was crying on the pitch or something, was it?
Yeah, he was crying, throwing a tantrum.
Yeah, and they hadn't even scored the penalty, which, you know what I mean? So yeah, they kind of went downhill after that, because then it was Fabregas wasn't a bad captain, to be fair, but he wanted to leave.
He was quality.
As well. Van Persie then came, he left. So, and then we have Vermaelen, injury prone, and then it's just never been good after that. But you know what? I think it might be a good segue to maybe move into Arsenal and how we've done this season. I mean, Rash, I don't know if you want to kick things off. Like, you know, we were having discussions back in Christmas time. Could we get relegated? You know, things have changed a lot since then. But what's your position now? What do you think of the season?
All right. So, in regards to assessing Arsenal's season, we have to take in a lot of things into consideration as well, namely the condition of the club when Arteta took over, what he has done in that small period of time towards the end of last season, and what he's managed to do in this period of time, what he's managed to do basically with what he's been given. So I think what a lot of people forget, and even I forget sometimes, is that Arteta is a rookie manager. Okay, he's a rookie manager, and for some reason we're expecting him to be a world-class top manager who's going to do wonders at Arsenal, but he's a rookie manager. And to be honest, in regards if you look at his experience, which is nothing in reality, being Pep's, second in command, that's all he's done. So the fact that he's managed to maintain a form of Arsenal is even good. Yeah, an Arsenal that we recognize. Yeah. Secondly, the fact that he's actually put some order into the club. So when we go onto the pitch, I don't think it's just going to be total chaos anymore. Like when it was under Unai Emery, we just didn't know what was going to happen. We just think he just said, "Hey, go on the pitch. You guys are worth it. I mean, you're getting paid a lot of money. Do what you can do." Do you know what I'm trying to say? But this one, Arteta looks like he's got some structure. So it's like he's done some rebuilding, and he's done what he should do, and what he said he will do, which is clear out the dead wood without him saying that. And he's come in and he's done that. And what it's done is kind of created a good atmosphere for two reasons. One, because the players who didn't get on that get out of here list, they now feel valued. We made it. We stayed here. And now also those remaining players are ones that are in tune with the manager's ideas, where he wants to go. They have endorsed it. They think it's good, and they're trying to play for him. And it's bringing a good vibe again around Arsenal. You can see it in the players when they're training. We had the shittest run for a long time. Do you know what I mean? I think it's the worst we had in like forever almost. I think it was almost along those lines. Yeah. So in that stage, I was kind of, look, he's got to the end of the season to finish above 10th. If he doesn't finish 10th and above, he's got to go. 10th is failure. Do you understand? But if you put yourself in a competing position where you can finish between, let's just say, 6th and 8th, then I think you've had a good season, because you're a rookie manager at Arsenal, dealing with egos, facing big clubs and stuff like that, and trying to make them play football again, even the Arsenal way. Being able to recognize elements of Wenger ball is great to see. Do you know what I mean? So I think he's done really well so far. And the reason why I say so far, not because of the current position of Arsenal, because we're 9th, but the closing of the points gap between us and, let's just say, a Liverpool. There's 4 points between us right now. 5 or 6 games ago, there was miles between us. Yeah, there was no way we was actually even in the running. But the fact that if we win this game and win the next game, we could be like 3-4 points ahead of where we are. I think he's done all right. Because I don't look at a team that goes on the pitch now and I expect them to lose anymore. I'm actually expecting results from Arsenal. And a couple months ago, I wasn't. I was expecting them to lose. I was expecting this season was be over. Finished second half of the season. It's done. But I'm out there with confidence, thinking that we can take on teams, and I'm confident that we can go toe-to-toe with Liverpool and even pull out a result. So I think on that basis, done all right.
Yeah. I think that's probably a good summation. I think since December, we've definitely moved on a lot. It was looking bleak beforehand, I can't lie. I think if fans were in the stadium, Arteta would have been sacked. I'm almost 100% sure about that. But he had that benefit of the doubt. And I think we've definitely stepped forward and made progress since then. And I think where we are now is both a sign of the progress we've made since Christmas, but also, just how much injuries did impact Liverpool, to the fact that we are so close to each other on points. Before I go to Peter, let me just read out some of the comments. We got Jalil in the building saying, big up all the guys. It's going to be a good show.
Man, like
big up Jalil, man. Big up Jalil. Liverpool still get top 4 after we draw 1-1 with them tomorrow. Okay, so you're saying Liverpool can still get top 4.
I can't say I agree with that, but I have to agree with Rash. When Arteta came in, I wasn't a big fan. I'm not going to lie. Start of the season, I was saying Arteta, and at the time I was saying Lampard has to go. 2 rookie managers I wasn't really a fan of. But I think the last kind of few months, Arteta's really grown on me, and I think he's really kind of asserting his dominance there. I remember so vividly that North London derby, and I just thought Arteta outclassed Mourinho in all different ways. Like, I think he's coming in, he's putting a foot down, dropping Aubameyang that game after missing the coach or whatever, and he's really impressed me now. It's funny because Liverpool are going down, Arsenal are up. It's like our seasons are contrasting. I definitely don't think we're going to make top 4. And I've been saying that. How long have we been saying that now, Dermot? Like about 2 months.
I read it off when I read it off at least a couple of months ago, anyways.
Early
So,
February, I'd say.
Early Feb, okay. I don't think you guys had you guys lost to Brighton by that point at home?
I think it was just
You could see the performances going down.
Yeah.
Even if we hadn't lost, you could see that they were coming. And the players were just getting more and more fatigued every single week. It was going by. The pressure. Like, we weren't really pressing for a few weeks. Like, there was nothing. It was dead. I think until we started getting we started winning them games again in Champions League. When I was watching Prem, they weren't pressing. Like, it looked like a completely different team.
Yeah, you're right. And I think that has to do with the midfield, a big part of it.
Yeah.
I think the midfield, the fact that you could play as high of a line as normal because you didn't have the same pace at the back with Van Dijk and Gomez. Because Van Dijk and Gomez at our point last season were like almost impenetrable. I think
you could see the difference though. With Fabinho in holding midfield.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. He's a beast. Yeah, I mean, Damon, I don't know if you wanted to add anything on Arsenal and what you've made of us so far this season.
Yeah, to be honest, like, I think he's been a shambles, and I'm not just saying that to rip piss or anything. Like, I'm looking at Arsenal, and these are a big club. You know what I mean? You should be. I know, look, you've been struggling the last few years, but I'm looking at that squad, and it's not that bad. Obviously, there's some crap players there, but I think Arteta needs to be doing a bit more. Like you said, I was going to ask you, actually, you obviously answered it, but like, if there was fans in the ground for them Burnley losses, that Wolves loss, I remember you were terrible as well. I think he would have been sacked. Even the football you were playing, it was bad to watch. I know he's just scoring a few goals now, but since you brought in the number 10s with Smith Rowe, Odegaard, stuff like that, but I think he's really need to win that Europa League to make it a good season. If he's win the Europa League, I think it will be a good season, but like, I watch most of Arsenal games, and I think Arteta sets you up well in the big games, like say United, for example, Tottenham, etc. But I don't know, he's just so inconsistent. I think it's been poor by Arsenal.
Yeah,
no, I agree with that. I agree with, because even when I speak to you, John, and Jalil in other shows, we're speaking about big games. Seems that Arteta seems to really set the team up great against big teams, and we kind of pull them into the tactic that we want to play, which is let them press hard, we absorb as much as we can, and catch them on the counter attack. But when it's against teams who are doing that against us, and we've had to break them down, that's when we've had the difficulties. But that's where I kind of think the Odegaards and the Smith Rowes have actually helped a lot. You see Saka trying every week in, week out, to try and do as much as he can from that right-hand side. But it wasn't really until he had the help, should I say, of Smith Rowe and Odegaard, especially in the last few games as well. Them guys have been pivotal in the centre, and Lacazette as well. And I think if it's a case where those three guys might start, I think Liverpool have got a problem. Definitely big problem.
Yeah. I think that's a good point. But you know what? And I think, I don't know what Rash thinks about this, but I think one of the issues that we have now, less so now because of Odegaard and Smith Rowe, but I think because of Xhaka's deficiencies in terms of that, he's a bit slow on the ball. I think we're sometimes asking Partey to do too much on the ball, like he's like some dictator, and Partey's not a dictator. He's got good passing, but Partey is not a dictator.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like we need Partey to go to do what Xhaka's doing at a higher level, and then get someone who's more progressive with it in the middle. I think that could take us to another level as well. I don't know what you think about that, Rash.
Oh, well, definitely. Like, I've had thoughts of like dream signing, like us signing Kessie or something like that to replace Xhaka, so that Partey can actually do that Xhaka, and then Kessie can just, do the rest. Or even Basuma, even slapping him in the centre. Do you know what I mean? Him alongside Partey would be a great combination. They would work well together based on their abilities and what they actually do within the game as well. So 100%. I think Xhaka is someone who definitely probably does need to skeet at the end of the season. And we do need to find someone who can actually do well. I think we've got someone who can do his role better. We need someone who can do Partey's role, what he's currently doing right now, as you said beforehand. So I totally agree with that statement.
Yeah. Got a question here from Lucia. Big up, Lucia, saying if Liverpool finish 4th and Arsenal finish 8th but win Europa League, who has had the better season?
Ooh.
Arsenal, definitely.
Arsenal, yeah, because he's got the Champions League football anyways. But like you're looking at it, even if you said that before the season, our expectations would have been miles bigger than Arsenal's. Like, but definitely Arsenal. You got the trophy, you got the Champions League football. So depends how we do in the Champions League, but
yeah, top 4 was like a bare minimum coming in. Like, if that's any other manager, if that's not Klopp, he's sacked. Let's be real.
Yeah. And to be honest, I honestly think Liverpool's standard right now is top 2 only. And if you finish outside of the top 2, you've had a poor season.
I think this is kind of a season they just want to throw in the mud. And if we can get maybe top 2 the next 4 or 5 seasons, because it's always been a question of us, like the consistency. When we get to the top, we don't win the titles. We always finish second. We always just come up short. So now it's our time to really cement our policy, win a couple trophies, and keep everyone off our backs. Because you remember before, it was, but you've never won a Prem. And that was, but you only won 1 Prem.
Yeah, look, we'll take that though. We'll take that though, because used to be you haven't won a Premier League. Even after we won the Champions League, you haven't won a Premier League. Yeah, we've won 6 champions. Like, we've won 6 champions. You haven't won a Prem. We've won a Prem. You haven't defended your Prem. Like, you're the worst champions in history. We're still champions. Like, I know we've been poor this season, but that's kind of what you get from rival fans. And like, I'll take that. It used to be you can't even finish top 4. You have never won a league. When was the last time you won a trophy? So if that's what you're saying, I'll take it. I
just feel like that's different. I look back on then times I was a youth. I'm just like, nah, I'm done with that. I don't ever want to be associated with that 6th place finishes again. Europa League ball. I don't want to be associated with that. I want Champions League every single year. That's my minimum.
I still think you guys were robbed of a Premier League in 2009, though. Low key, people don't remember Howard Webb put in a few man of the match performances for United.
Remember, I think that was the season Ryan Babel got a big fine on Twitter. It was like man the match, Howard Webb wearing the United jersey. I'm pretty sure that was that season.
No, that season, No, big up Howard Webb. But listen, let's get into the combined 11s. Let's do that. Let me share my screen quick.
All right, we need to know, what are we basing it on? Actual ability in totality or current form?
And is there any injuries?
Like,
everyone fit.
Okay.
Let me know if you can see it.
This is going to be hard for us.
You see the screen? You should be able to see it.
See the stream,
Yeah.
I don't know why it wasn't working. It was working on mine. Let me try again. It should be working now.
Yeah. See it now. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, so, before we do it, we got Mr. PK in the building saying, yo, big up everyone. Hope you're all good. If City sign Haaland, it's peak for everyone else. Yeah, let's not even get onto that.
Just give him money.
I hope you're good, but listen, but yeah, guys, before we get into the Combined 11, Rash posed a good question. How do we want to do this? I'm saying everyone fit and at their best form. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we'll take that anyway.
So you're saying even people are injured, we can throw them in, like, and just overall player this season or current form? Like, I'm easy either way.
I feel like we've kind of both got injuries, especially you guys, so we should just do everyone fit. But then if we say like on form, then Van Dijk hasn't played the whole season. So that's why.
Can I suggest something? I think to be fair, in regards to the game that's coming up, I think we should do it on current form, and injuries should be included.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing it on who's fit and available.
Yeah, that's fair.
Perfect.
All right, that's a good disclaimer. So anyone who watches this afterwards and says, "What are these guys doing?"
It's if we had to pick a team, coming up tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The best of both.
All right. So goalkeeper. I mean, is this a debate?
I don't think so.
No.
Either don't. Like, I think Leno's a decent keeper. He's been pretty good. One of your better players this season, but I know Alisson's having a bit of a sticky season, but I still think he's levels above Leno. I rate Leno. He's a good, decent keeper, but I just think Alisson's is near that world class bracket. So
yeah, don't even need to chat too much on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think Alisson as well. To be fair, I don't think Leno's quite there, is he, Rash?
No. I agree with these guys.
All right, so let's whack in Alisson.
I think it's 1-L. Could be wrong. I think so.
Let's see. Perfect. So all right, perfect. All right, next up, let's go on to right back. So right back, the choices are, well, we got Trent from your side. Trent's fit, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Did make the England squad, but
Rash, should we put it forward as our right back, Bellerin?
Cedric.
No, I'd rather put Cedric ahead of Bellerin, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I was playing around there. So what we, what we Trent, Cedric, what are we saying?
Even bad form Trent beats prime Cedric for me.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know that because this season has kind of proved that that's not the case. This season's kind of proved that's not the case because Cedric has been playing good. If anything, he's probably been our best right back out of the lot. And he's been so good that when we needed a left back, they threw him over there as well. So I think his season so far has been a better season than Trent. We all know what Trent can do, and we know what he can't do. And at the moment, what he can't do is showing much more than what he can do. That's what I'm saying.
I think though, right? I think with Cedric, there's a lot less responsibility on him. Like Trent has looked to be one of them leaders. See him get the armband a couple of times. I can't see Cedric posing a threat going forward. Really, probably better defensively. I'll admit that. But I just think Trent, it's because he set the level so high for himself. Like you're talking about this guy last year, best right back in the world. Everyone's saying that. Probably one of the best right backs we've ever seen, kind of new era player. So I think he's just playing good this season. Not good, but he's playing just about average.
I don't think Trent has been as bad as people are saying this season, but he hasn't been good. Don't get me wrong.
It's just because he was so great last year.
People he isn't great defensively, but at the same, he's not as even our last game he pocketed Pedro Neto. Not an easy thing to do. I'm not saying. I just couldn't have even with Cedric. If Cedric was good, if Cedric for me, I'm not even ripping the piss here. I think Bellerin's the worst right back in the league. I think he's shocking, lads. But Bellerin still played a lot of games for you. So I don't know if Cedric was injured or something, but surely Cedric.
Nah, he wasn't. He was fit.
And
he was always fit.
You still have to think when people are saying that Trent's numbers have gone down this season. A lot of the assists he was getting last year, a lot of them were actually for Salah. More times they were for Mane and Firmino, who haven't been firing whatsoever. So,
I just can't have Cedric ahead of Trent. I know I'm sounding biased there, but
it's a good argument. But I agree with you guys.
Yeah, let's see what people are saying. Big up Adam saying Alisson has been shocking this season. Leno starts. Right, that's a bit mad. Big up Adam, bro.
Adam.
Big up RBT. I'm not that confident for this Liverpool game. Trent can't get into the England squad. Chambers, Cafu, and Cedric will play. All right.
Yeah, but come on, Dyer's getting in that England squad. Can we judge anything that comes out of Southgate's mouth? No,
I wouldn't judge that England squad. Mr. PJ saying Cedric over Trent this season on form. I don't know. I kind of have to agree.
I just
Trent for me. I have to agree with you guys. I'm gonna have to go just Trent. Because I think Trent's just a better player, to be honest.
But I just think as well we're judging Trent at a much higher standard than Cedric. User used to terrible right back performances from Bellerin, so you see Cedric comes in and puts in some decent performance. You're like, oh my god, this. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. I think Cedric's a decent player. Like he won a Euros with Portugal.
I'd say this: like Cedric's playing kind of like a 7 out of 10 performance, and this is great for you who've been watching 4s for your whole time. We've been expecting 10s from Trent, and say he's making 7s. But still, I think Trent at a 7 is better than Cedric at a 7. If you get me.
Yeah. No, I get. I think the Bellerin factor might have a part to play. I can't lie, because Bellerin is pretty bad. He's pretty bad. I don't know what's happened to him, and he can't even take throws. So yeah. So centre back. So this is where it gets interesting. I mean, because you guys pretty much don't have anyone fit.
It's not interesting at all. We know the answers to this already.
I think Gabriel has to get in anyway.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah, are we all agreeing on Gabriel?
I'm not even debating that one.
I actually think, from what I've seen, I think David Luiz has been your best centre back this season. Would I be wrong saying that? I think Luiz has actually been quite decent.
No, all right, and you got a point there, David. Yeah, and the reason why I say it is because recently I've even said that. I said even though we know David has got that clown. He's got that clownness inside of him. He's got that ability just to clown out. But at the same time, it's been solid. At least for I think the last 6 games that he's played, I think he's been really solid. He's been vital to our victories in cleaning up at the back as well. He brings a bit of confidence to the back. He's very vocal. He's got that captain's mentality, and I think the club listened to him. Well, the team listened to him when they're on the pitch. You see a few people might answer him back, but generally he says something to them and they're actually on. So actually, I think our best 2 this season has actually been Gabriel and Luiz.
I agree,
I'll say this now. Diarmid, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but is there anyone we can even pose for that other centre-back position now that's fit? I don't think so. I think for me, Nat Phillips has been blown out of proportion. He's been solid, but David Luiz better. Yeah, I'd say so.
I agree as well. Like, even I seen on Twitter there, Nat Phillips won Player of the Month for us, which, like, fair play to him. He's been quite good in the Champions League, but I think as well, just because we had a couple of clean sheets, him and Kabak were getting, overhyped and stuff, just because we were leaking so many goals. So I can't really make a big arguments here. Like, if we had our boys, I think we'd have 2 in there, but I wouldn't even put Kabak or Phillips, and I'd probably have I think Gabriel has been slightly overrated by you ever since he came back from not you but Arsenal fans in general. Like, he has been good, but since he came back from COVID, he's looking a bit shaky. Than before.
And I have said that as well. Yep, I agree.
I would say though, Luiz and Gabriel, they've been your 2 best centre backs from what I've seen. Anyways, I'd have them both in.
What do you make of this comment from Jalil saying David Luiz is the centre back version of Xhaka?
I think he has more class than Xhaka. I get what he means. They've got the donkey moment in them where they give a stupid red card or give away a penalty for no reason. But I think Luiz at his top form is actually very good. Xhaka at his top form is still average in my eyes. So I kind of get it, but
and I think it's probably worth a disclaimer. Again, because Jalil mentioned VVD. This is only on players fit and available for tomorrow's game and on form. So if you don't see VVD, that's why. So or
even Matip, to be honest.
Yeah, or Matip or Gomez, don't kill us. And
I just say though, I think Kabak is terrible, absolutely terrible. On FIFA, I bought him because he was good. Yeah. But seeing him play, oh man, the mistakes he makes, some of the tackles, his positioning, and I think he's had a poor. I think he's had a poor opener to his career this season.
Yeah, you have to think though. He's very young, and he's after coming from Bundesliga. Now he was playing in a back 5. He was playing with that, Sane. I think he's Senegalese or something, but he was playing with them, and they were playing like a real kind of low block type system. So he's in a new country, new language, completely new formation, alongside another inexperienced centre back. So it's hard to judge him.
he's coming into a shambles of a team. He came into a shambles of a team as well. Like I guarantee if he was playing alongside Van Dijk, people saying, "Oh, this Kabak lad's looking decent." Like same with Gomez. I actually don't rate Gomez that much. I just think when you're alongside Van Dijk, you're going to look elevated. So I actually don't have an opinion on Kabak. I just don't know if because he's had like 4 different partners already since he came. So it's kind of a hard one. But I get you. He hasn't looked great.
Yeah. I think he's one that once he gets a proper centre back partner next to him who's older as well that can guide him, then we can probably judge him properly. But
it's hard for the guys though to buy him now because, like you say, you have to see him with a kind of older, more experienced centre back. But they're not going to get to see that before the summer. So it's a difficult one for them to like. Do they pay the pounds or whatever? But I think they do.
Yeah, I mean, gotta be honest. I never thought I'd be putting David Luiz in a combined 11.
Yeah, you would have thought.
I mean, this already looks weird. I can't lie, but yeah. But people smash that like button, and as I said, the Naples podcast, they're here in the building, and the channel is pinned on the live chat. So make sure you to go and check that out and subscribe to them. Now left back, this might be the most interesting one. We got the 2 Scottish lads. We got Robertson. We got Tierney. It's a shame for Scotland. They get 2 good players, and they're both playing the same position. It's a shame, but that's football sometimes. So I don't know who wants to kick it off. Tierney, Robertson. Boy, who are we going with?
That's a tough one because I know you 2 guys are going to be picking Kieran. 2 of us are going to be picking Robbo. So
yeah, like just looking at it, like don't get me wrong, I rate Tierney. I think he's very, very good. The only thing I'd say about Tierney, why he might not actually make captain for Hughes, I could be wrong with this. Since he joined Hughes, he seems quite injury prone. He gets little niggles there. Like I think he just plays the game at such a high intensity, like Robbo, that he picks up these little muscle injuries and stuff. But I think you got to look at that as well. Robbo, touch wood now, something happened, but Robbo is always. I actually can't remember a Robbo injury.
Like a machine,
and he plays out as bad as we've been this season. Robbo's actually been fairly consistent. He's been one of the Tierney. He's been one of the better left backs in the league. Like it's a tough one, but I think Robbo's just a slight level above him. Even though I rate Tierney very highly.
I even think if you put bias aside, I think Robbo just does make it due. Like look what he does for Scotland as well. Like he's older, he's more experienced probably.
Didn't Tierney just get like 4 assists or something for Scotland?
Yeah,
he did just get 3 assists.
Yeah,
but it was the perfect time for this game.
We put him in left mid.
Who was that?
Yeah. Look, obviously, I think Tierney is a solid left back. I think he's a good defender. I think he's good going forward. He can whip the ball in well. As you've seen, his assist for his national club is literally the same as his club. His international club. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like he does the same things. He's so consistent, and on top of that, being so young, but having such leadership skills is like. You don't see it that often anymore. You see a lot of the youngsters in the Premier League. They haven't got a captain's personality in any of the bones in their body. Yeah, in reality, all they want to do is dance on the internet and all those things and have changing room banter, and that's all it is. But this is a guy who looks at the snow and says, "Come on, lads, let's have it." Yeah, he goes. He doesn't feel the cold. He doesn't feel the rain. He doesn't care. He puts in that hard, dry performance all the time. He's a leader, a real leader, and you see it in him. When Arsenal's not performing, he'll come and make the difference himself and say, "Come on, are you with me?" You know, he rallies up the team. I don't see that from Robbo. Don't see it at all.
Robbo does that. Robbo's is like our second captain on the pitch. I know he's not our vice captain, but you see, he kind of sets the tempo as well, just like Hendo. But I seen a thing with Tierney as well. He was asked, like, what have you made of London life or whatever? He's like, I don't know. I just came here to play football. I'm just, you know what I mean? That kind of sums up the sort of player Tierney is. So my final vote is Robbo.
And Robbo getting the armband for Scotland as well. So And Tierney's there as well, so you can judge
but
it on that too. But
Tierney was a kid and he was captain in Celtic when he was there.
Scotland football, though.
I know, but Celtic are full of grown guys. You know what I mean? There's some kid.
No, I hear that. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that speaks levels about his talent as well coming through and the desire to play. But for me, obviously a Liverpool fan, so I have to stick with Andrew. But
I'm a Robbo fan, to be honest. I am. I rate him so highly. You know what I mean? So it's a tough one, so I'll leave it to you guys with this one, to be honest.
Look what Jaleel said there, I think. But I don't.
I mean, he's saying KT. To be honest, I think, and big up the living room as well. Hope you're good, bro. Hope you're good. But I think this is one where no matter who we pick, it's a good choice. But I think out of respect for the longer longevity, we probably just have to give it to Robertson. But I think in a year or so, it might be a more interesting conversation if Tierney continues what he's doing now, because he stays fit. That's the important thing, because Robertson's always fit. That's what I have to give to him.
Yeah. And he works every game. Every game he's working.
Yeah, every game. So, I mean, in terms of formation, are we happy with this, or do we want to change it?
Yeah, I think 4-3-3 is what kind of two of us play, if variations nearly of it. So,
yeah.
Just 2 seconds. I think someone's at the door there, lads. I'll be back in a second.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm all right with that formation. I think there's players in each team that can fit exactly those. So
can we move that? Can you move that CM to CDM maybe?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Or we just look at that one because.
Let me see if I can do that.
Or forward.
What's this? That's that. How does that work?
A 4-2-1-3.
It's a 4-3-3 defend or 4-3-3-3 or something like that. It's called in brackets.
Like that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Can we do that? Yeah, all right, let's do that one.
Can do that way, or we could do it the other way.
That one's calm, I'd say.
Yeah, I think either or. I think we both know our players, so we know where we want to put them.
Yeah.
I think if we start off with CDM now, I mean, before we do CDM, Rash, where do we want to? Are we saying party CDM?
I think in this case, because of the formation, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah. Okay, so in that case, CDM. I mean, it's Fabinho or Partey.
Yeah, because Onini and Xhaka ain't getting in there, and who else you lot got who plays that position? Keita a bit. He does a little bit, doesn't he?
He's not even in my starting 11, to be honest, for Liverpool.
I think
so
for CDM, I think this is one of the easiest. I think Fabinho's one of the best CDMs in the world. Not biased aside, I think he's quality lads as well. I think Partey, you could nearly play Partey as like a left or right, because I think he's more of a box to box.
Yeah.
I think Partey could be in probably about two of these positions here. Yeah. So he could be included in the centre mids too.
I think Fabinho gets my vote anyways.
I left Fabinho out with the centre back talk, just assuming that CDM spot was his, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking, should we have Fabinho and Partey?
Oh yeah, definitely. Jesus.
Well, that's what I was saying. If we have if we change the formation so it's rather two and then one in front rather than the one at the back and then the two.
Oh,
then, do you understand? So you got like two holdings. You got two holdings. One cam. Yeah, like that with the left and right a bit further up.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So but in that case, then I think. Are we pretty much agreeing Fabinho and Partey?
That would be a terrific centre.
Definitely. Jeez, that'd be tasty.
That would be beast, yeah.
Right. You don't even have to worry about Luiz at centre back now.
yeah. You don't even need to play him. Play someone else.
Yeah. But yes, all right. So cool. So who we going just in front? Because you guys don't really play a true cam. Let's be while this says cam, let's be flexible with it. We can it could be more like it could also be more of a 4-3-3 type of thing. So who's the name that comes to mind? He's got to be in there.
For me, I don't know about you, Dermot, but for me it has to be Gini Wijnaldum from Liverpool. if I'm putting a player
Okay.
forward,
Genie. Okay.
without a doubt. Netherlands captain there the other day. He kind of plays a bit more of a 10 role for them as well.
Like, I think this formation, I know Genie plays higher up the field with Holland or whatever, but when I see Cam, like, to be honest, the first name I thought of was Odegaard, just in front of the two lads there. I know Genie could do Cam there, no bother, and I just think recent form as well. When Allen's been consistent enough all season, but I think he's impressed me recently, so I'd probably throw Odegaard in the Cam position.
No shouts for Thiago?
No.
He just hasn't been. I wouldn't play Thiago Cam. Anything I would have played him centre mid, but he hasn't been. He just hasn't been good this season. Like, he's still one of the few world class players.
Yeah.
Like, if we were doing, just in terms of players, he still levels above some of these players. But just if we're going current form and stuff, I just can't put him in there. But
exactly. If we're talking all time, I'm taking Thiago without a doubt. But if you're asking me who I want to play for me tomorrow, even I'm putting in Odegaard over Thiago, and I'm putting Wijnaldum over Thiago too.
Yeah, fair point. So Rash, you kind of got the deciding vote. We got 1 for Wijnaldum, we got 1 for Odegaard. How are you going?
No, I really, really like Wijnaldum. I think he's one of the underrated players. I think he's one of the pivotal players in Liverpool's squad as well. And I think he will be gone at the end of this season onto
unfortunately
things. However, I don't really see him as a cam. I don't really see him play balls through for players to run onto and score goals that much. He does do it. He's got it in him, but that's not his primary role to me. He's usually probably the fourth man in the build-up before the goal, So, but Odegaard, I saw what he was about when he first came to Arsenal, saw a little bit more of what he was trying to do in a couple of games in, and now he's doing what we could see. He's playing dangerous balls through. Those balls that up the Xhakas and the Bellerins, even when he had a million chances to do it, was scared to do it because they're scared of the failure. He's not scared. He's going to do it. And if it fails, he might get the ball back and try again. He's scoring goals. He's adding goals to his game now as well as assists. Hit the ground running to the point where I think Madrid are like, no, there's no way we're selling him. So I think it's a given. I think Odegaard should be there.
Yeah, you just know we're not going to sign him.
Yeah, try not to get too attached, lads, because that would be heartbreaking.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah. All right, so cool. From free time. So right mid, I'm thinking this is quite easy. Let's just make.
Can we just put Salah in there?
Yeah, we can. I think we can. Because he's been used goal scorer as well, hasn't he? He's like your only goal scorer.
Premier League's top goal scorer.
Well, there you go.
So
we can't not have him there. And plus, that's my guy. Get me?
Yeah, no, Salah's got to be in there. What people say, big up KD in the building saying Arsenal getting cooked. Thanks for the support as always, KD.
As always, KD, my guy.
As always. And then Jalil saying Salah and Mane, and then Alba up top. I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
No. Alba's not getting in my team.
I think Diogo has to be in with a mention.
He's
been better than Mane.
I think Jota has to get in, lads. And he's been playing down the middle for us as well, so we can't even say like he doesn't play striker. Like, he has played down the middle. Before he got his injury, I think he scored his first 8 games or 7 games. He scored 7 or 8 goals. Like, he was literally scoring every game he played. And now he's come back, goal winner against Wolves, 3 goals international break there with Portugal. Like, every time he plays, he scores, and he's been good as well. So I think Aubameyang's been poor this season, lads. I know I rate him big time and stuff, but ever since he got that contract, he just doesn't look the same player.
Yeah.
I think Jota has to get in there. Who else? Well, maybe Lacazette's been probably your main man up top, but I still don't think he's been consistent enough. I don't know.
Yeah,
right.
I think. Go on.
No, I was going to say, in regards to who we can have on that side, it would either be Aubameyang or something where Saka could play on that role this season. And to me, for this position, it's only between Saka and Jota. As much as I rate Mane as probably your best player in your whole team, in Liverpool squad. I rate him very highly, him and Salah. But this season he hasn't had his Mane boots on, and the people who have is Jota and Saka, who's been very consistent.
For me, I think I'd put Saka in left mid if I had to, and I'd put Jota up top because I think Jota's so much better in the 9.
Yeah,
I was thinking
that's what I'd have as well.
I think we have the 9
crazy because I
now.
was thinking, all right, that final spot is going to be the serious conversation because so many people can fill that spot.
Okay, so are we all agreeing then? What, Saka on the left?
Yeah, Saka's been your best player this season.
Agreed.
Yeah, be rude not to put him in. To be fair, obviously he's not as good as Mane, but he's been your best lad this season. I definitely have him in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So striker. So, I mean, I think Jota's been in unbelievable form. I think throughout the whole season, apart from when he was injured, of course. And then you've got Lacazette, who's the other one who's been in good form. So I guess it comes down to maybe a stylistic point of view.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I was looking earlier. Is Saka out for this game though? Is he? I heard he wasn't fit for this game, possibly.
There
was a possibility, I did hear that, but that was at the beginning of last week.
Okay.
Okay, so he's fit, yeah.
He is, yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because I know he did, but you know what? At the same time, people pull out of England games all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
back injury and stuff. So
yeah,
especially.
Yeah. So dear mate, I think you made the point. I think Peter, you did as well. You guys are going with Jota up top.
Yeah.
It's not even a question for me, to be honest. Bagging goals again for Portugal. I think he's they're saying Saka's a doubt here.
Like
in the comments.
Jota's our second top goal scorer, I'm fairly sure, and he's played about half the season, less than half the season, I'd say. He's played about 10 games. I think he has like something like 7 or 8 goals in 10, 12, 15, you know what I mean? And his overall play has been good as well, not even just the goals. He's looked really sharp when he's played. So, yeah, Jota gets my vote.
All right, I'm going to jump in on this one because you know what? As much as I like the way Jota plays and he's so direct in regards to his objective, when as soon as he touches the ball, you know what he just wants to do. He wants to run towards goal and he wants to score goals. What Lacazette does for the Arsenal team, though, in regards to hold-up play, build-up play, and even scoring, is overlooked by a lot of people, but not core Arsenal fans. We see what he does up on that top line. We see that when we're under pressure, if you pump the ball up to the halfway line, he's holding that ball and he's holding it, getting a turn and playing a pass, or holding it and getting a foul. He does what his job there is very strong. He's very pivotal within the build-up play as well. He's definitely one of the guys that will be involved in that. Probably 85% of the time when we do score and he's on the pitch. Plus, he's been firing like the old Lacazette lately, and I've heard the pundits even saying they think he's back to possibly his best. Arteta is saying he's back to firing to what we see as his best as well, with his consistency. Lacazette at his best is a problem, hence the reason why we got him in the first place. So I don't think he should be overlooked so quickly because of Jota's goal scoring abilities, even though he's played half the season and banged in so much goals for Liverpool. So's Lacazette. He's probably played half the season as well.
Lac is definitely better than Aubameyang there, though. That's without a doubt. And I agree with what you're saying about Laka. He is phenomenal on his day, though. I just think I haven't seen one bad performance out of Jota. Not one. This season, anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? I think this might be a good point for Mr. PK saying, yeah, Jota over Laka, but if Saka's a doubt, Jota on the left. I think because Saka is a doubt for this game and he might be on the bench, we might have to put Jota on the left and put Laka up top.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Is Laka playing for a new contract? Because I know
that's what I was thinking that as well, you know.
He's trying to get that pay.
he's looking for that. He's thinking of that contract, kind of like what Aubameyang did last season. Remember, Willian did it last season with Chelsea, just absolutely balled out last few games of the season, got the big move, got the big, wage increase and stuff. So I think there's something like that going on. But I think Laka is a good player, and he always seems to score against us. he'll probably score tomorrow. But in terms of luck overall, I think he's been I wouldn't say a flop, but
he hasn't been what you expected.
There was a lot of hype about this lad, like the neck, you know what I mean, coming from Leon, banging in all them goals. Yeah, I think this season, though, he's been decent. I wouldn't say he's been amazing or anything, but he's put in, like against West Ham, him or Odegaard were your best players. He kind of dragged you back in that game, so I definitely have him in there.
Yeah. I think with Laka, I think as you said, he just hasn't hit the expectations I think that were expected of him. I think if you told anyone now that Lacazette would never outscore Giroud in a Premier League season, everyone would have said no way, but he hasn't done it yet. This season might be his best chance, and that's quite crazy. But yeah, and also
like 6 games ago, is it 6 games ago, something like that?
And I think also what played a part though is that Lacazette, weirdly, he was like one of the best penalty takers in the world, probably still is, but he gave up penalty duties to Aubameyang, so naturally that's going to take away 7 to 8 goals a season, which is going to impact your final numbers too. So, but that's the game. But yeah, let's have a look at our final team. And remember, people, this is on form, who's fit for tomorrow. So yeah, so we got Alisson in goal, Trent right back, David Luiz and Gabriel centre back. We got Robertson left back, Partey and Fabinho holding it down, Odegaard just in front, and Salah, Jota, and Lacazette up top. I mean, that's still not a bad team, to be fair.
It's a sick team.
Yeah, but if you're looking at that last year, how many Arsenal players get in? It's mad.
Liverpool squad. That's it.
Maybe Aubameyang because he was good last season. We might try.
Maybe Aubameyang, and that's literally it.
Yeah, it would be it. That's all that would be.
That's what that would be. Yeah. So I mean, I think as Arsenal fans, Rash, we'll take it. 6-5 loss in combined 11s is probably as good as it's gonna get for us right now.
Yeah. And I think, you know what, considering the seasons that we've had, I think well done to the lads to even get on this page.
Yeah, good point.
It's kind of the season we had as well. It's kind of making it a lot easier for them at the same time,
That's right. That's right. I mean, even if we was talking about this 2 months ago, Arsenal's players wouldn't be on the page.
Yeah, never
even be here. So it's funny what time can do, isn't it?
Yeah, madness.
Well, listen, people, that's our combined 11. So to kind of wrap things up, let's go ahead and do. Oh, it's not working. Let's go ahead and do our predictions for tomorrow's game, and then we'll just do a quick prediction on how far we are respectively going to go in the Champions League and Europa League. So, Pierre, I'll start with you. Prediction for tomorrow's game at the Emirates.
Yeah, I think we're going to win tomorrow just because when we come up against a team that kind of wants to play football and, they don't sit in that low block, I fancy us. I'd fancy Salah there on the wing. If Jota's playing through the middle, I think he's going to be a big, big problem. I don't even need I'd feel much more confident. It sounds bad or cocky. I'd feel so much more confident playing a United, playing an Arsenal than if we're playing a Brighton or a Burnley, because we know you guys want to play football. And I know Arteta got it right against Mourinho, but I just think Klopp's a different breed, and I think we'll get a 2-1 win because I just can't see us not conceding.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm going for 2-1.
Okay, 2-1. Rash, what are you going for?
Funny enough, I also see 2-1, but I see the other way. Yeah, I see that Liverpool are. No, I actually see Arsenal scoring first for some reason. I know they don't usually, but I see us scoring first, thinking that we're out there, and then Liverpool coming back and then taking the game for a good couple moments, probably the majority of the game. But I can see us doing an upset in the last 10 minutes and then throwing everyone back in defense and you guys not being able to crack it. I can see Arteta celebrating and I can see Klopp just going, don't know what's happening. Do you know what I mean? I can just see it. I'm not a fortune teller. It's just something I can see. I think we're going to win 2-1.
All right, 2-1. So we got 2-2-1s in opposite ways. So, Damien, what are you saying?
I'm going to sit on the fence, lads. Just on what Peter said.
Am I actually?
Yeah, Just what Peter said, though, I think Arsenal will play a low block. That's what you have done. You've done that against City. You have done that against United. You will play like that and try to hit us on the break, which we'll probably struggle with. But I think there's always goals in this game. I'm going to go for a 2-2. Like the last time we bet yous at the Emirates, no matter how bad, like yous have been shocking some of them years, and we still can't beat yous there.
Yeah.
I think it was, remember, Manny was jumping on Klopp's back, the 4-3. We nearly even bottled it that day. 4-1 up, then it went 4-3. But something about the Emirates, like if it was at Anfield, I think it'd be nearly a banger for us. But something about the Emirates, even without the fans, we just can't get the win. So
it's always a good watch, though.
Yeah, I think there'll be goals in this, lads. I'm going to go 2-2 because it is a dead rubber. I know we're playing for positions and stuff, but realistically, we're playing for
pride.
Can I just say something before you jump in as well, John? Sorry, go ahead, damn it.
Yeah. Just I'm gonna go 2-2. The more thing I'm worried about here, like it's a bit of a social media derby, you know, that sort of way. I just want to like reaction cues after and stuff. I just want to give you a bit of stick, but I'm gonna go 2-2 on this.
Yeah, go on, Rash.
Yeah, so I was going to highlight exactly what Peter was saying as well. We do like to play a bit of ball, and sometimes you do see Arsenal lose their discipline when they are pinned back and they're thinking, hold on a second, we can play ball as well, you know. And so they then lose the discipline of the game plan to go and show the other team, we can play ball as well. Look at our attack. Oh, shit, we got to defend. Oh, no. Yeah. So, but in the last few games, especially that Tottenham game, I saw a discipline to Arsenal that I hadn't seen in prior games. Even when we had been winning, there was still that little bit of whoa, where you going kind of thing. It's even with Kieran Tierney, I said that, look, his positioning has been poor a couple of times coming back, but the discipline I just saw in that game was no, look, we've got a plan, we're sticking to it, and this is what we're doing. And even though West Ham cooked us in the first half, that second half was like, okay, that was like our first half. The way that we had the defense, it was almost impenetrable. You know, the midfield was backing it up as well, and they just stayed in the positions that they were supposed to in defense. And when they went into attack, it was all 5s and 6 in attack as well. I just think that we will have the discipline enough to hold Liverpool's attack, but I think our attack will be enough to go through your centre backs tomorrow, and that's just what I think. So.
Yeah, I think we got Mr. PK saying here 2-2, and I think I'm gonna go with Mr. PK and Dermot on this one. I'm gonna sit on the fence and go 2-2. I think games Arsenal and Liverpool, especially at the Emirates, are always high scoring pretty much every single season. You hardly get, I think I only ever remember like 1-0 between us. And that was like 5 years ago. And even that one could have ended about 2-2, 3-3. So
Petr Cech Masterclass, wasn't it?
Petr Cech Masterclass, yeah. That one is one and only good game for Arsenal. So I'm going to go for 2-2 as well. And I think just to wrap it up, obviously, do a action on the Nip Podcast show. We're going to agree whether it's tomorrow or Sunday. And obviously everyone will be made aware. But in terms of for the rest of the season, I'll start with you. Maybe this time, dear mate. What's your predictions? How far do you think Liverpool will go in the Champions League? And same time, how far do you think Arsenal will go in Europa?
I'll go with Arsenal first. Yous have Prague the next game. I think that'll be tricky enough. I think you'll have too much for them. They're a tricky side, and then yous have probably a nicer route to the final. I think yous will actually get to the final. And I actually think United will as well. I think it'll be a United Arsenal final, and like Arsenal, I like Arsenal. Like one of them teams I like seeing doing well. But yous are kind of a cup team when you get like you see with the FA Cup. Last year, you bet Chelsea, you bet City semi-final, final. Like it doesn't get harder than that to win the. Like that was a well-earned FA Cup. So, it was the other way around. City was the semi-final, but I think yous will actually. I think he's a win that he's a good cup side. Like he's been shocking in the league, but something about you is when it gets to kind of the crunch games and the cup, he's kind of just. I'm going to say Arsenal win the Europa League. He's beat United in the final. On us, Champions League, I see Ramos is supposedly out, but to be honest, lads, I wouldn't be surprised if he just shows up out of nowhere and you see Ramos warming up like absolute shithousery, and he gets Salah's other shoulder. He's officially out, but I'm not going to believe it until I actually see him in the stands or whatever. But I think we can get past Madrid, but I think that's a 50-50 game. they're probably looking at us as well, saying that's a great draw for us. We can definitely beat Liverpool. So that game can go either way, and then it'll probably be Chelsea in the semi-final. They're looking good, but I actually think we can beat Chelsea. I'm being optimistic and saying we'll make the final, but realistically, I think we could either be out in the quarters or semis. I don't see us winning it. But yeah, that's how I see RC. I think we'll finish about 5th or 6th. To be honest, I don't really care if it's not top 4. So that's what I say about our season.
Okay, cool. Rash, what are you going for?
All right, so in regards to Liverpool, I kind of agree with what Peter was saying earlier on, is that they've kind of bit the season off and said, you know what, I think we'll just come back next season and stuff like that. So in regards to the league position, I don't think they're going to try too hard, to be honest. I think they're kind of like, we're champions, we don't care, we'll come back next season kind of thing. If they finish outside top 4, I think it's a problem for them. But if they finish 5th and they have to do a qualifying or something like that, I think they would get through anyway in Champions League. But yeah, so in regards to the Champions League, I think Liverpool will probably get to the semis. I don't think they're going to win it this year. And Arsenal, I think the best 2 teams in the competition still is Man United and Arsenal. And I think those guys are, if either one of us lose on the way up, the other one's got it. But yeah, in the final, that'd be a sick final. For us, as us, I'm looking at our run of games. I'm looking at how many games we've got. Right, we can't finish first, and if everyone lost, we could still come second right now. Yeah, yeah. So
like
mathematically, yeah. But I think we might make top 6.
Okay.
So we might make top 6, and I think we will go to the final of Europa still.
Final of Europa. Well, what's that? Winning it or losing?
Oh man, depends who we got. If United go out now, it's ours anyway. Yeah, that's what I think. And if we go out, it's United's. But if we go head to head, I think it comes the battle.
Solskjaer about the final.
Yeah, it becomes a battle of the managers, isn't it? And a tactical man. And who's the better manager? It's either Solskjaer or Arteta who's going to get it. And I think tactically, Arteta's just a bit more sound than he is.
Yeah, I think we all know what we feel about Ollie, but but Peter, last but not least, give us your thoughts.
Yeah, I'll just say on the 2 league for the league for the 2 of us. I'm not fussed about us. I think you will finish above us actually.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they're just fucking throwing the towel, lad. I just hate watching Prem games with us now. It's horrible. I'm living for Europe at the minute. In Europa League, like I still think like Ajax are still there. I think they're going to be a problem. And Villarreal, I think are Ajax, they're on the other side, aren't they?
Actually, yeah. Well, they're on their side, but actually, I forgot to mention the Unai Emery. I think about that Villarreal effect.
I think Villarreal. I think if Arsenal win this round, they play the winners of Villarreal, Zagreb, or whatever.
Yeah,
it will be Sod's Law. It will be Emery next game.
I think if them 2 teams go through, if Arsenal and Villarreal or one of them going through, whoever wins that semi-final wins it out. Because I think United will go through and then they'll beat Ajax. And I think I just don't. I hate Ollie with a passion, and I don't. I think if they get to a final, there's not a fear of him beating anyone, unless maybe like a Pogba or Rashford produces some magic for one night, which is I'd say Pogba is the only one capable of that. Yeah. But then I can't look away from Unai, Mr. Europa League, like
yeah.
But you can't forget that final performance he had with Arsenal in Europe. That was abysmal. That was like he's never had Europa experience.
That was an Ollie.
That was Baku, yeah. But at least we're bigging up, like, realistically, just, I know we're finishing up here, but like United should, with the players United have, I don't know why they're even in Europe. Like they should, on paper, if they had a proper manager, they'd walk this Europa League, lads. Let's be honest, they've by far the best players. Like Pogba playing Europa League is a joke, but anyways,
it is.
Leave them to it.
Yeah, so I
think. Sorry to cut you, Pete. And that's what I've been trying to say all season is that I think Ollie at Man United is like, okay, we've got enough quality players here, enough for you lot to do your own thing and win. I don't have to do too much. I don't have to say too much. You lot should have the capability to win. So go on and win. You know what I mean? I think that looks like his tactics are.
Yeah, that's when everyone's saying, "Oh, look, we're in second." Look at your players. You've Donny van de Beek not getting a game, man.
Yeah. And that says a lot.
We had to Arsenal Liverpool preview. We had to get some Ole Gunnar Solskjaer slander in. We'll leave it at that. We just had to fit in somehow.
Every YouTube video we managed to get a bit of Ole slander in.
Yeah, it has to be done.
It's lucky because I was actually planning on having a conversation about Tottenham today as well. We ain't got enough time to go into it, but I think on our next one I have to talk about my change of opinion for Gangster Bell. I mean Gareth Bale. I think that guy is a total don. That's all I'm saying. We'll save it for next time anyway.
We know why you say that. We'll save that for next time. We know why you say that. Pete, go on.
So on that, for me, it's Arsenal or Villarreal to win it out. Then going Champions League, I think we'll struggle past Madrid, because I think both sets of fans are very, very cocky coming into this tie. And I think we're just going to scrape by. But then we go semi-final. I think we'll get Tommy Tuchel, and I think they'll just blow us out the water. They've been phenomenal since he's come in. That squad, everything, they've just been phenomenal. I don't think they'll win it out though, but I think they'll beat us if they get us in a semi. Unfortunately, but if we get to a final, we're not losing. I'm saying that.
Okay,
but I don't think I can't see it happening though.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys will beat Madrid just. I think that's going to be a great tie, actually. Like, even if it's not high scoring, I have a feeling there's just bad blood after that final. There's bad blood that needs to be resolved one way or the other, so it's going to be a good tie. And I think it's funny, actually. I think, is Ramos out with a shoulder injury? I think that's ironic.
I didn't see what it was, but that is funny if it is.
Yeah, it would be weird if it was, but no, I didn't see. But to be honest, I'm saying it now. I still think he'll play. I just have that in his head. It's shithousery by Madrid. He just shows up out of nowhere. So I'm not believing that until he's sitting in that stand.
Yeah, I agree, actually. Until Ramos is not out there, because they need Ramos. They need Ramos badly. But I think
Ramos on one leg is still better than whatever they have backup.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
his face is enough. He is an atmosphere on his own at Madrid.
He's such a leader. But so I think Liverpool will actually get to the final, because I think for some reason Chelsea's team hasn't gone through a wobble yet, and that will happen. And I think that might happen when you might play them in that time. And I think eventually this three at the back that they're playing will get caught out. But I have a feeling Liverpool will get to the final. But I think you'll probably lose. Although I've now seen that Lewandowski's out for 4 weeks, which might change the Bayern PSG tie, and then means PSG might win. But I think Man City would then beat PSG, so then you could have a Man City Liverpool final, and then we know Klopp does well against Pep. So that's where. So for now I'm just gonna say final, but I'm not. It depends on the other side for me. Who gets to the final. And for Arsenal, I've got a weird feeling we're going to get to the final and somehow lose to Ole. We're somehow going to give that fraud.
Please don't.
I refuse to believe it.
I feel like we're going to give that fraud his first trophy. I hope you don't, but I'm just...
At the same time, I wouldn't mind it, because that guarantees his contract. Give him a 5-year contract after that. It could be worth it, but hopefully not for you.
Yeah, in 3 years we might be looking back and saying, you know what, that was good. That was a good course for everybody. So,
took one for the team.
Yeah, took one for the team, literally. But listen, people, that's us. That's our prediction. And I think let me just wrap it up on this comment from Jalil: Liverpool to win Champions League and Arsenal to win Europa. I mean, that's the dream double. I think we'd all take that. But listen, make sure to smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and subscribe to the Near Post podcast. As I said, their channel link is pinned on the live chat, so make sure to check it out and subscribe to them. We'll be doing a live reaction in the next couple of days to the match, which is tomorrow evening. So make sure to tune in for that one, and just support us in general. Appreciate all the love so far. But obviously, Peter Diarmaid, thanks a lot, guys, for being fun. And,
No problem, man. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
Absolute pleasure,
no
lads.
worries.
Absolute pleasure.
Sure, guys.
No
Nice to
worries.
meet you guys, man.
Always, peace out.
Salam.
Peace out, guys. Peace out.